Hi, my name is Nishant, and I'm recording this video as a part of Assignment 7. I am a member of Team 29, and we are developing course management system here. So altogether, it's a web application. I'll show you how it works and the end-to-end functionality of it. If you see, this is the endpoint URL which you are hitting. So it's a web application, and you can just hit the root and it will load. So as of now, this application is running on Wildfly application server, and all your front end and the back end code is hosted on that. So this application basically has three parts. One is admin, another is instructor, and the third one is student. So let's go through the admin first. So once you click on admin, it'll ask you um, uh, first it will ask you what to choose a role, and if you choose as admin, then we have created a default admin here, so you can log in with this admin. So once you log in with this admin, you will see these details as the name is coming up as admin and the contact details are default, address is default, and the current term is fall 2018. So I have actually loaded this data in the table, current term table, from test case 10. We can load the data. I can show it in the data in the demo, uh, how we are going to load the data. We can load the data from test case 1, and this current term will accordingly change. So whatever data is there in the file, it will be based on that. um, so if you see this admin can do a bunch of stuff. He can proceed the term to a next term, and then he can hire some of the instructors. He can uh, ask the instructors to take leave, like the instructors can go on leave, or they can go on permanent leave, basically a firing of an instructor. We can create a new person, and then we can assign a role of that new person as either an instructor or an admin or a student. And this admin can create a new course and can check the prerequisites of a course, can edit a particular person's information, can edit a course information, can see the reports for an instructor, for a course, and for a student, can do VECA analysis and generate VECA report, can see the course catalog, and can do an initial mode. Initial mode is when we are kind of loading all the data into our system, which can be resumed at one point and can be proceeded further. So I'll go with the higher functionality first. So if you see hire, so it'll ask you the instructors to hire. So as of now, these instructors are not being hired, and as I said, this data has been pulled from test case 10. So I'll show you which particular file we are referring here. So this is test case 10 assignment. Uh, if you see on top, I have downloaded CS610 assignment for test cases, and I have went here and I have loaded this data. So if somebody wants to load the data, they can go to properties of this file where these file locations are basically. Get this particular path. I'm sorry, I'm not able to copy that. And then you can provide this. You go back to the instructor panel, admin panel. We go here and we copy this path and we load. And when we load, it says data successfully loaded. It will load it into our database, and that's done. So the data which you're seeing here is based on that. So we'll quickly go into higher functionality. You'll see, okay, these are all the admins. Sorry, these are all the instructors that we can hire. So we'll hire Joseph Lawson, and when I click on hire, I say okay, instructor is hired. So when an instructor is hired and I go on hire page again, I don't see that instructor anymore because he's hired, right? Uh, so now since he's hired, that instructor can take a leave, or admin can assign a leave to him. So since we just now hired this instructor, he can go on leave, he can take a leave, Yes, instructor has been fired. So um, again, we will see that the instructor is coming in the hiring list, the same instructor. So we can hire this instructor again just for our case. We can hire some more instructors. Okay. Just for the convenience, we have redirected it to the main screen, because once the work is done, somebody wants to basically will be willing to come to admin panel. So if you want to hire instructors again and again, or like a bunch of instructors, it's like you have to go to the instructors hire screen and then hire them. So similarly, since we have hired like three or four of them, so you'll see the list here. All this has been coming from the database. And this is a new person, so I can add a new person. So I'll just add my name there. I'll say, and then I'll give my contact number, and I can say I want to be a student, or yeah, I want to be a student. Are you sure? Creating a new person. Are you sure? Yes, and then the person is created, and we come back. So we just created a new student there. This is a new student. You won't see it here because it's a student. Similarly, you can create a new admin. So I can say Nick, and I can say he lives in 1509 uh, Dunwoody, 40th Street, and that contact number is 909-777. So I just give anything, and I'm just creating an admin here. When I create an admin, it it asks you to make sure that, and and then we have a logout button here, and when we log out, we will be able to see those two admins. So I just added Nick here just now as an admin, and I'm able to see him, and I'll be able to see all his information. So Nick, and what's his contact number, or what was the address, and then the same uh, current term. So this was a functionality for new person. Then I go to new course. I can see the course catalog and see what all courses are there. So this is the course catalog, and you will see the course ID. So this represents the course ID and the course name. So course ID and the course name are mentioned here. So there are 5 courses altogether with their IDs mentioned here. I can create my new course. I can say it as artificial intelligence, and just say create, and the course has been created. So once the is being created, we can move on to the prerequisite, and we can see what all are the prerequisites for this. So if I say prerequisite for this course, I see there are no prerequisites for this course. I come back. Sorry, I went into the new course screen. Going back to the prerequisite. Let me see the prerequisites. So prerequisites for data structures is computer programming, and it shows the ID as well as the name of the uh, and similarly for operating systems, the prerequisite is data structures. Again, this all this data is not been cooked up. It's been loaded into the database with that test case scenario 10. So it's kind of reading all these files. It's reading courses, it's reading eligible, it's reading instructors, prerequisites, students, and terms file. Going back to our application, so you can see there are no prerequisites for artificial intelligence, as I created this course, and so once we see the admin can see the prerequisites, he can edit a particular person as well. Sorry, the latency of my system is too low, so you might not be able to see the refreshed page then and there, so it will take some time. So if you see, I can edit my information. I just added I was added as a new person by the admin, and I can edit this information, and I can say Nishan Mithul moved to a new address. Say the street number has changed, and I update this and the person is being updated. Now when I see this person, if I go and I see this person again, I'll see that the avenue has changed to street. So anybody can come and edit the person information. They can even look at it by just selecting the person and then fetching the information if they just want to. Edit person is done. Then you can edit a particular course. So let's go. You see I added artificial intelligence and it's popping up here now. So let's go and edit this. So if I say artificial Delphi is my new course. This is some new branch that's opening up in Georgia Tech. The course is updated now. If I go to course catalog, I'll see artificial Intellify be coming up there, and this is the auto-generated course ID, which you see there. So uh, we are done with edit course. As of now, you might not see the students. Let me see if we have any. So reports for this student is empty at this moment because this student might not have registered for the courses or have not been graded by the instructors and all that stuff. That's why I'm when I'm generating the report, I'm popping up as a check that there is no report for this. So so we'll go to the student panel and we'll update some of the information. As of now, it will come as blank because these students are not being enrolled in any of the any of the subjects. So we'll come back to this report section, and similarly, instructor report can be fetched using the instructor ID. And as of now, none of the instructors are teaching anything or doing anything. So report for this instructor is empty. And say we can see the course report, and we can see that the course is computer programming, and it's not been offered, and the available seat number of available seats are 0. So since none of the instructors is taking this course as of now, and all that stuff is not happening, so it won't come up here. Once a particular instructor takes up this course, you'll see how many number of seats gets available, and then when student starts to register, how it goes down and what happens. Similarly, Veka, since there are no courses that has been taken by the student, so you won't be able to see a trend there. So you can run a Veka, trigger a Veka analysis, and run your Veka report. But as of now, if I try to run, I'll see it's preparing the report, but it is not fetching anything as of now. So we are done with Veka, we are done with course catalog, and then we are done with initial mode. I already showed you by loading the data that the initial mode, you have to just give the path of the file where that file is, basically the path of the folder where all the files are. And once you give the path, you load the data, it'll load it into the database. So logging out of the admin, we go to instructors. In just few minutes back, we hired some of the instructors. So if the instructor is not hired, they won't be able to teach a course. So let me just go back and show you this. So if I choose, I am not sure, did I hire her? Okay, yeah. So I did not to hire Tracy White, and so if she's trying to teach a course, she won't be able to. And if she's trying to fetch any current courses, grade or waitlist, uh, waitlisting courses, she won't be able to see any of it. So there are no current teachings of this course. And then if she's looking at the grades, as of now, the student hasn't taken any course yet. therefore you cannot grade him. So you basically choose a student here, and uh, you can see the grade. So we'll come back to this. Let's log out for this particular instructor, and let's log in with Kim. And now Kim will try to teach a course. So there are some constraints like competency. So all not all instructors are able to teach all the courses. So we have provided a check here. So if they are trying to teach this course, instructor can teach this course. So she was able to enroll in this. Not I mean she was able to teach this course very successfully. So if I take this, and she can teach this course as well. If there are no competency issues for this teacher, then she can teach all of them, all this data. So UC instructor is not authorized to teach this course. That means she's not competent to teach this course, and she can't take this course. So if I show current courses, she has registered for 2 courses just now: computer programming with the ID and data structures. So this is the kind of a header which tells you what is the first value and what is the second value. Since none of the students have been graded yet, because none of the students have taken the course, she won't be able to grade it. And you see, when she's trying to select a student, um, she won't even go to a select a course criteria, because this student has not taken any course yet, therefore you cannot grade him. So we are putting all these checks there for a better flow of the application. Wait list, you can see a particular wait list. Now there is no waitlist for this course, because as of now, none of the students have enrolled for this course. So you won't be able to see a waitlist. So this was the flow for the instructor, but we'll come back and see how the instructor will see the waitlist and all that stuff. So I'm logging out for the instructor screen, and I come to student screen. So these are all the students, and if you remember, I enrolled myself as a student here. So let's consider Carol Tyler as one of the students, and you will be able to see her contact information, her name, and where she's staying. So all this information again is coming from the sheets which have been provided for the data load. If you see the past courses, there are none. There are no past courses for you. So if you see the current courses, there are no current courses for you. Please start enrolling, and then you can request a course. So once you request a course, it will tell you, are you sure you want to enroll for this course? Yes. Student successfully enrolled. So here, student won't be able to enroll for a course if he or she hasn't passed any prerequisite. So we'll see this scenario. So student is missing prerequisites for this course. So we just now checked that for data structures, computer programming is a prerequisite. So student won't be able to take this course at this moment. So what we just saw is that she requested for a computer programming course, so it should appear in current courses, and there it comes as computer programming as a current course. And you can click here, and you can go back to student panel. But she hasn't been graded yet. The session has not proceeded with for the new one, so there are no past courses for her as of now. So I come out of this. As a student, I take one more student, say I take James Fisher. I request for a course once again. Computer programming, request course, and he successfully enrolled. And then current courses as computer programming for this student. So if any particular instructor is teaching a course, then by default he is making 3 seats available. So what we'll do is we'll go to the admin portal, and we'll see how many seats are left for this course now. So I log in as admin, I pull the report, I see the course report, I come here for computer programming, generate the report. And since it was being taught by one of the instructors, the course has been offered in this semester, and the seat available is 1. and the course name is computer programming. So we successfully since two of the students were enrolled for computer programming, so now the seat remaining is just one. uh, Now student, we can also see one thing here, that uh, the instructor name Kim also registered for one more course, to teach one more course, right? So we'll see. I don't exactly remember the name of the course, but we'll see from the course catalog how many seats are there. Not the course catalog, the report, or course report. And then we go to data structures, we generate a report, and we see data structures. Yes, number of seats available is one. Okay. So I log out here as a student. Uh, I, I select the student and I request for one more course, computer program and enroll course. Okay, we are successfully enrolled. I go back, log out for the student, and now I enroll one more student, say Julia. I select Julia, I take this course and I request. Now when I request it, it says this course is full because there was only one seat remaining. So now she is on a waiting list. Courses in which you are having a waiting list. It should come up here. I'll see what went wrong. Let's log out and see if the instructor is able to pull this for her. Yes. So Julia was on the waiting list, and instructor was able to see, okay, Julia is on the waiting list. And if say some other instructor, so she is already teaching this course, and if she tries to teach this course again, so it will say instructor is already teaching this course in this session. So it won't register her again, and we have to choose a new instructor for that course basically. Let's see, Rebecca current courses, there are none, so let's ask her to teach, and she's not hired. Since Rebecca is not hired, let me go to admin portal. Let's say Nick, and quickly hire Rebecca so that she's able to teach. Yep, she's here. Hire. Okay, she's hired. I go back to admin portal. See the instructor here. Oh, where is Rebecca? Rebecca Curry. And now she can teach a course, and then I say teach. Okay, she's not authorized to teach this course. Okay, so let me go back to the admin portal. Let me hire more people so that I have enough strength to teach this course. So I log out. I have almost hired everyone there. So let me see if Casey is teaching anything. Okay, she is not. And then I go here and try. I wish she's an authorized person to teach this. Okay, instructor can teach this course. I go to waiting list of this structure instructor, and I see that there is no waiting list now. So we cleared the waiting list. Julia was on the waiting list, and we'll go into Julia's profile, and you'll see. No, I think she was not. Yeah, she was the one, and now it's appearing in the current courses. So say the term progresses, and some of this instructor wants to grade some of the students here. So say Kim wants to grade some of the students. She'll come here. She will select Julia. And since Julia has taken computer programming course, it will show her ID and the computer programming course and the computer ID, and she can give an A and she can say well done, and then she can submit grades. Are you sure you want to submit? Grade successfully assigned. Okay, and when the grade is successfully assigned, Julia will be able to see that course uh, in her past courses. I, she should, yeah, and then it shows what the grade was assigned. So it's A for her, and since it's A for her, she can now go ahead and request this course. Now this course is full because I, I feel that nobody is teaching this course. So I need to fix this page waiting list pretty quickly after this video. I'll see what's going on with that. But in the instructors list, you will be able to see okay, Julia is again on the waiting list. So this is the complete flow of the application. They will be able to teach, they'll be able to grade, and they'll be able to do stuff here. And if we go to the admin portal, you have all the functionality there where you will be able to, you know. So let me quickly grade some more students so that we kind of see some Vector report. Report will come where there is some enough amount of records at the backend. If there are not enough amount of records in the backend, then Vector report will not be generated. So as a student, did she take any course? Yes, she did. Computer programming, she did. This work. Submit the job. Okay. Grade being assigned. I want to assign one more person as a grade. Carol. Programming. And she gets a C. Well. Next time. Okay. And grade successfully assigned. I say okay and I come back again. I'll assign grade to one more person. Say Julia. The student has not taken, therefore you cannot grade because you have already graded Julia. So that's a check there. Who else took the course? I think we gave some course to. Okay, we haven't given any course to her yet. Who else did I choose? James Fisher. Yes, I chose James Fisher and say we got. So his student ID is 15. I say well done. And then I just submit this grade successfully. I go back and then I go to the admin portal. I select a user there, and once I select a user there, I try to generate some reports. So instructor report, let me see if I get something. So yes, I see that instructor 2, Kim, is teaching um, computer programming and data structures. We selected Kim here. We can select and Tracy White, and we can see that instructor 6 ID 16, and she is teaching computer programming as well. So this works perfectly fine. So she does report for this instructor is empty. She does not have any course yet. That's why it's coming up as empty. And report, yeah, we did not assign Joseph Law the or the other instructor. So that's why the report for them is just empty. and then I go to reports to fetch the reports of the students. And I see how Carol has done, and it shows that she has taken data structures and computer programming and her grade is C in that. Let me see, Julia, generate her record. Julia has taken data structures and computer programming again, and her report is A for one of the course. Um, Let me go to the admin portal and go to reports and see the courses. So you see for computer programming course is being offered and there is a seat available. Mm, Course catalog, you'll see all the courses there. Um, let's see if we can get something running in Weka. So it says that no large data set yet, but I think if you load some hundreds of records, it will generate the report for you. I have seen reports coming up. Um, I just stubbed some data and I saw some of the reports coming up there. So um, this thing, this piece works pretty nicely. And then I can go to next term and we see that the next term is winter 2018 now. We can log out. We can choose instructors again and we'll just follow the same cycle, the same thing again. And we'll see Kim here, we'll see her current courses. So there is no, currently she's not teaching any course because now since it's a brand new semester, she's not teaching any course in this. If I go to students for Carol, if I see current courses, there are no current courses, please start enrolling because it's a new course. And in the past courses, we should see that she got a C in computer programming, which one of the instructors assigned. There is no waitlist for any of the courses. She's good to go. She can request more courses. She can request data structures. Courses full. I then log out. This is how we. So when we are progressing with the next term, you see all the data values getting set as new. So then again, instructors and students have to have to take courses and have to uh, work on uh, work on assigning grades, and they'll be able to see past courses and all that stuff coming up there. So this is all for the demo. I would just like to show you our database. We created these tables, bunch of tables. We are using MySQL as a database. We have for the design, we are using a Wildfly. You can see Wildfly running here. These are all the logs. We are trying to print all the logs, and so this is when we were developing it. As of now, we have tried to remove almost all the errors. Everything is working pretty nicely. Some of the hitches here and there, but we can fix that. Um, and then since it's a web application, we are using jQuery and Ajax calls at the backend, and we have our REST APIs being called. So this is the complete code for our REST APIs. The complete course, the complete structure, and this is what the backend is. Pretty nice. We're making a JDBC connection at the backend with MySQL, and we're firing and we're getting stuff. We're using Maven to build our project, and then we are deploying the war on Wildfly. That's it for this video. That's it for this assignment. Thank you.